a woman woke up to her son's cries coming from the pot. Fearing her husband's sleepwalking had started again, she rushed to open the lid. A bone floated to the surface. Xiuzhen quickly poured the hot soup onto the floor, ignoring the scalding heat, repeatedly checking if it was her son. Xiuzhen's intense worry stemmed from her husband's severe sleepwalking. He had previously killed their dog while sleepwalking, and medicine hadn't helped. Helpless Xiuzhen, fearing her husband's sleepwalking, installed bells in his room to hear any sound. That night, still researching sleepwalking, she learned sleepwalkers could harm their children. Worried, Xiuzhen carried him to sleep in the bathroom, but as they lay down, her husband hit the wall. After a few bumps, silence fell outside. Xiuzhen cautiously opened the door to check, and saw her husband relieving himself in the living room, then returning to the bedroom to sleep. The next day, Xiuzhen took her husband for his medicine again, but the doctor said its effect varied, and he wasn't sure if it would fully cure him. Angry Xiuzhen cursed the doctor, calling him a liar. Meanwhile, Xiuzhen's mom learned Xiao Shuai had sleepwalking, so she specially found a famous shaman. She shook a bell, suspiciously walked around the room, then stopped next to Xiao Shuai. What she said sent shivers down their spines.
Do we have 2 men?
Then holding the bell, he shook it at Xiao Shuai, as if possessed.
You are absolutely everything to me, my love. My whole world revolves around you, and it's just the 3 of us. You, me, and our dear Ergo.
Before the shamaness left, she told Xiuzhen that to exorcise the demon, she needed to know the demon's name. Xiuzhen was bewildered. She looked at her hundreds of ex-boyfriends. After checking, they were all still alive, so none could be the demon possessing her husband. Early the next morning, Xiuzhen took some dog food to give to her downstairs neighbor. The old man there always complained about her dog's loud barking, and she wanted to check on him. But the woman who answered was his daughter, who told her that her father had already passed away. Hearing this, Xiuzhen looked at her husband with a hint of threat. When her husband fell asleep, she directly called out Grandpa's name. She had confirmed it was Grandpa possessing her husband, because the shaman's 2 sentences were exactly like Grandpa's. The next morning, the husband woke, rolled off the mattress, and saw the shamaness's talisman stuck below. He tore it off and gave it to Xiuzhen. But Xiuzhen was furious, because the talisman seemed to work. She'd watched her husband all night, and he hadn't sleepwalked. Hearing Xiuzhen hadn't slept, her husband picked her up and put her on the bed. Xiuzhen then unintentionally fell asleep. When she woke again, it was night. Xiuzhen rushed out to check on her son, but the sight before her stunned her. The stroller was full of beer cans. Then she heard a baby crying from the trash outside. Xiuzhen rushed downstairs, frantically digging through the trash, and saw a baby's tiny hand. Luckily, it was just a dream. She rushed to check on her son. The baby was gone. She frantically searched the house. Then her husband came out, holding the baby. Seeing his wife's red hands, he quickly went to find ice. But the next moment, Xiuzhen knocked him out with a bucket. When he awoke, his feet were tied. Xiuzhen held a knife to her husband, threatening Agong to exit his body. His constant pleas made Xiuzhen temporarily drop the knife, but her next actions were simply terrifying.